The Green Revolution satisfied our nation's hunger. It undoubtedly transformed us from a food deficit to a food surplus nation. But there was something else that it did. The introduction of high yielding seeds made a large part of traditional agricultural knowledge irrelevant. Farmers did not know how to grow these crops that guzzled soil nutrients and were susceptible to the attack of insects and microorganisms. They needed someone to tell them to share the knowledge on cultivating these crops. From then till now, and in the future too, farmers need experts to provide crop advisories. Hey, welcome to my Roots Talk channel. I'm Vibe, and every week I'm here to unpack all the cool stuff about Roots Talk, the awesome SaaS platform set to revolutionize agriculture. If you're new here, then please watch my earlier episodes and get a jump start on Roots Talk. The rules of farming are changing by the day, and climate change is adding to this already tremendous dynamics. New crops, new varieties, new products, new markets, new conditions, new technologies, even new ideas of farming. All these simply mean that farmers need constant support in a big way. There are extension departments, private companies, agro input dealers, and NGOs giving advisories. But different farmers prefer different advisors. And technology needs to connect the farmers with their preferred advisors. Sadly, even with all the advancements we see today, there is a gross disconnect simply because some advisors have technology and most of them don't. That's why today we'll take a deep dive into how RootsTalk brings about this beautiful technology assisted marriage between farmers and all those giving crop advisories. RootsTalk lets every company create its own package of practices. This means that it should make different POPs from various companies available to the farmers. But how is it going to make that happen? Does it launch a mobile app for every company? No, RootsTalk doesn't do that. It launches just one mobile app with all the companies on it. Yes, you heard that right. A farmer needs to install just one mobile app on their smartphone. Every company on RootsTalk is distinctly displayed to the farmer, who then selects a company. Later, they subscribe to the POP of that selected company. Please remember this. A farmer doesn't receive advisories from every company on RootsTalk. Instead, they receive advisories from only the company they prefer. Farmers should receive crop advisories based on their farm situation. Generalized information won't help any farmer. Here, I should emphasize that farm specific advisories are important from the perspectives of both productivity and sustainability. That's why, for each crop, RootsTalk lets every company create multiple advisories based on location, season, soil, variety, and other important factors. Then, on the farmer's side, it assigns the best suited POP to each farm. This way, RootsTalk makes farm specific advisories a real thing. In addition, companies can always keep their POPs updated and ensure that farmers receive the latest information. Today, there are many apps that display crop advisories, more or less like a textbook for the farmers to read. But RootsTalk is very different from these textbook-like apps. We present recommendations as precise actions that need to be undertaken. Do this, and then this. Moreover, all these actions are strictly time-bound. For example, if a particular activity has to be done between 30 and 34 days after crop start, then that activity is shown to the farmer only for that period. RootsTalk is all about precise, time-bound actions. It is not like those giving some generalized information to all the farmers. Farmers need to purchase inputs like seeds, pesticides, and fertilizers for raising crops. Traditionally, these inputs are purchased from the agro input dealers who also advise farmers on what is best for the crops. Although agri e-commerce platforms also offer advice and inputs, farmers seem to mostly go with the traditional dealers. RootsTalk totally respects the farmer's choice and creates a powerful digital bridge between the farmers and the dealers. Now, check this out. This is important. RootsTalk lets companies to recommend the products, dealers to choose the brands, and farmers to approve the sales. It creates a beautiful connection between the three entities. It doesn't put the entire responsibility on the farmer like how the e-commerce platforms do, or hold the dealer alone accountable for the input sale. This harmonious blend of the three key players is what I believe the game changer for the agricultural sector. Every time a farmer needs to purchase an input, they cannot rush to a dealer. It would help them a lot if they can purchase in advance and keep things ready. Well, RootsTalk makes provision for it. It lets farmers place purchase orders in advance. For example, a farmer can purchase the fertilizers needed for the next 2 months or pesticides for the next 1 month. Now, check this out. If a farmer needs to purchase a recommended input and hasn't yet purchased it, RootsTalk has several alert mechanisms to ensure that the farmer purchases that input and applies it at the recommended time. Cultivating crops is an extremely dynamic process. It is influenced by many local and global factors. So, although companies develop POPs that are as comprehensive as possible, they might still not be able to include every single situation faced by the farmers. Therefore, RootsTalk connects farmers directly with the agricultural experts of the companies. If a farmer subscribes to a POP of a certain company, then they are connected automatically with the experts of that company so that they can raise their inquiries at any time during the cropping period. RootsTalk also makes provision for the experts to receive, to process, and to respond to the farmer queries as quickly as they can. Let me summarize the critical benefits of RootsTalk to farmers. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, now's the time to do so. Don't miss my weekly updates on RootsTalk. See you next week.